Hey, hello, Words Way.
Hey, Words Way.
Today is Testimony Tuesday, and today we have my fabulous, lovely wife, Nicole. And we're just going to give her the opportunity to tell her testimony and, hopefully change lives, and allow women to be able to relate, or men, even, however that goes. But without further ado, we'll jump right into it, and I'll let her introduce and take it away.
Okay, thanks, babe. Hey, y'all. So, excuse my voice. I'm still trying to come over these allergies, but so my testimony. God has brought me through a lot of things, and the biggest thing I say would be my depression. I was diagnosed with anxiety depression as well as suicidal depression back in 2000, was it like 2016? I think 2016. But I've always been depressed, honestly, since the age of 11. And I was depressed because I just felt unloved at home. My mom and her boyfriends, there was like this thing going on where, not her children really wasn't put first. So I would just question myself, like, why am I alive? Like, how come my mom don't love me, and she never believes anything that I'm telling her? Or sometimes we didn't eat. Me and my big sister, if we didn't eat what my mom boyfriend cooked for the day, we didn't eat that day. My sister was still from Quick Trip, still snacks from Quick Trip in order for us to eat. Most days we had to lock ourselves in the room. We couldn't come out of our room. So it was just a depressing life growing up, period. So I was honestly depressed at the age of 11, and then that's when I had found out that my sister was having a baby, and I was like, okay, I have something to live for. I have a nephew on the way, and so that gave me something to live for. But by the time he got probably 4 years old, I was like, you know what, forget it. I don't care. I don't want to be here. No, by the time he got 2 years old, I'm like, I got to see him be born and everything. So I'm like, it's time for me to go. I just did not want to be here. And then that's when my mom ended up having a baby, my little sister. And I'm like, okay, like, I got to live to see her grow up too. So I went ahead and did that. And I basically raised my siblings and my younger brother, my younger sister. I basically raised them, and yeah, so the way that I actually got out of depression was giving up. Like, I was just like, I can't do this no more. I don't want to be here. And Brandon he actually helped me so much, because he was just always the one that would talk to me like, I love you, your little sister love you, and stuff not going right at home, but it doesn't matter, because things will get better and stuff. And I used to text him like, I love you, like, bye, like, I'm gonna kill myself. I've actually tried to kill myself 4 or 5 times, and none of them worked. But thank God none of them worked, because I'm here and I'm happy to be here. I know my purpose in life, and it was just worth it. God helped me overcome my depression. I could not overcome depression and the suicidal thoughts by myself. We tried to do it just by just being there together every day, and him trying to make me happy and stuff like that. But excuse me, it honestly was not working. And one day I just prayed, and I'm just like, like, I always I kind of grew up in a church home. Well, not in a church home, but I used to go over my grandma's house all the time. So every time you go over grandma's, you go to church. And so I knew about God. I knew about Jesus. So I just prayed one night. I was just crying. It was actually the last time I tried to kill myself, actually. I turned my phone off, and I had got in my car, and I just laid there, like, literally waiting for the pills to kick in. Like, I just laid there, like, forget it. Like, if this gonna be it, this gonna be it. And about 2 hours or so go in, and I'm just like, I'm feeling something, but I don't feel like I'm dying. So I'm like, what's going on? So then that night, I actually just prayed, and I had a friend, actually. Me and her aren't friends anymore, but she actually always go to church on Sunday. So she ended up inviting me to go to church, and I'm like, yeah, I want to go to church. Like, I haven't been to church in a minute, so sure. So I went to church with her, and that day I actually went to church is the day I actually like got saved, honestly, and just confessed with my mouth that I believe in Jesus, and he's my Lord and Savior. He died on the cross, rose again in 3 days, and from then on, I just tried to stay in church, but I fell off. I was alcoholic. How could you be an alcoholic under the age of 18? Yeah, I was an alcoholic. Every day, every other day, I would have my own bottle of E&J, and I would drink the whole thing. I would drink the whole thing. I would get drunk. It would not faze me. I would not wake up. I never had a hangover before, so it didn't faze me to the point like, oh, I got to deal with this in the morning. Like, I would just do it every day to try to escape from being at home. I would go out every weekend at parties, get drunk with my friends, sneak into clubs. But like eventually all that had to change because it wasn't helping my depression. I tried to drown myself with smoking weed. I couldn't sleep, honestly. I did not know how to sleep. Like, my body would not let me go to sleep. So that's originally why I started smoking weed, is to try to figure out how to sleep. Like, this is the only thing that put me to sleep. So that's why I started smoking weed, and then it just became a daily thing. I was addicted to pornography. Like, I could not go a day without masturbating. Like, I just had to at least masturbate probably 3-4 times out the day. Like, I was not satisfied. And it's just like we do little things in the world to try to satisfy us, but it be like that happiness be only temporary. Like smoking weed, that lasts for 2 hours. Drinking alcohol, it lasts until I start throwing up on the ground, and then I'll go to sleep, wake up, I need another drink, or I need another blunt, or I need to watch another porn. Like, it never lasted. So I'm just like, none of this stuff is working. So God ended up delivering me from all of that stuff. And like, I live a joyful life now with a peaceful mind. Like, thoughts of depression sometimes do try to come against me, but I know it's not true. Like, it's not from God. It's not, it's the enemy. And so I just fight against it. And I think that's all.
Yeah, that was pretty good. And also I feel like, just kind of chiming in on as far as like trying to handle it ourselves. Like, a lot of things, like the more you go in Christ and, really start to realize, like, and I even kind of spoke on this recently, but like when you actually are in situations where there's going good or bad, and like some things may be going good and you handle it like on your own, you like, okay, like that's fine. But it's like, nothing compares to when you actually put God in the midst of it all and actually allow him to put his hands on it and shape things, because the mind can't equal to his mind in order like handling things and providing things and really knowing what's best. So that's definitely, something that I feel really was a help, was not trying to handle it on our own, like, because it's only so much that we can do as humans. So.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I also was a bully. I wasn't a bully to everybody, but it would be specific people that I decided to pick on, and specific people that wouldn't give me that energy back. Some people would, some people wouldn't. But I used to be a bully. I used to be judgmental. I used to, not necessarily not care for people's feelings, but I used to say what I have to say, and that's just what I said. And I'll stand on what I said, and, just did not care. But God has fully, like when you put God in the midst of it, he will fully transform your whole way of thinking. Everything that you think that you were doing right, it's no longer right no more. It's you feel convicted for it. So I can't look at somebody and be like, oh, she, like something like I can't even look at that. Like I just be like, that person needs my love. Like that person needs my care. I want to go love. I need that. I need to befriend this person or something like that. And like you said, when you put God in it, it just instantly takes a weight off of you. Like go into prayer, get some people around you, some praying people around you, and have them surround you with prayer. I remember being surrounded with prayer and just crying, and so much weight just was lifted off of my body, because we tend to take stuff into our own hands versus just giving it to God and letting him handle the situation, which is what we should do. So once you do that, it just makes stuff 10 times easier. It makes stuff 10 times better. You get that peaceful mind that you were hoping for. God also delivered me from fornication. Like I started feeling convicted, fornicated. I'm like, hey, like I don't want to do that no more. Like I can't do that no more. And he like, he didn't care. So it's just like, once you growing on a specific level, that person that is for you, he will even wait for you to be to that level, or even grow with you to be on that level as well. So I got delivered from fornication. I got delivered from pornography. I got delivered from masturbation. I got delivered from suicidal anxiety, depression, and as well as, just being in a house that wasn't so loving and caring to what a kid would expect or want. And did I miss something?
No, I feel like you pretty much covered it. Like, what advice would you give to someone? Because, well, I guess what I'm asking is like, what, like, did you face any adversity, like, or did you just automatically click, like, like, I'm going with Christ, like, boom, like that's it? Like, was there any like battle in?
I feel like it was, but it was only because of the decision that I made. Like I'm like, hey, I'm going with Christ. I'm not smoking no more. I'm not getting drunk no more. And then I'm sorry, something is in my eye. Oh, okay. I'm going with Christ. I'm not smoking no more. I'm not drinking no more. And then again, I'm still hanging around with the same people that I only drink and smoke with. So it's like, I had to make a decision. Like the last time I hang out with them, I really called Brandon like, babe, come pick me up. And I never went over there again. I'm a stay-at-home person now. Like, I don't go out. Well, luckily, I got some friends now in Christ, so I get to hang out with them, and we do Christ things. And, we're just on the same pathway, but we still have fun. You don't have to get drunk to have fun. You don't have to smoke weed to have fun. You don't have to fornicate to be pleased. You don't have to do certain things that the world makes seem so much better. Yeah. Like, so yeah, it's a battle. It's always going to be a battle between flesh and the spirit. But it's a choice that you have to make. Like, are you going to choose to live in the world and, die for life and burn in hell? Or are you going to choose to live eternally and live for Christ and still have fun while being in this world, right. Still being down here doing what he wants us to do versus what we want to do ourselves. And most of the things that we want to do ourselves bring us so much pain. I remember just being so hurt from this guy and even friendships, just being hurt from people, period, because I chose to hang out with them. I chose to do this with them. So now my feelings is getting hurt versus if I would have just been in his word and just listened to his word is a manual for us. So if I would have just been in his word and reading and listening and actually following what he wanted me to do and what he want us to do, I would have been saved from so much hurt. I wouldn't have even tried to kill myself because I know that there's someone who loves me. I knew that there was someone who's always there for me 24/7, like on call. All I got to do is say a prayer. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So what advice would you give? Not only like women, I guess it kind of really can pertain to anybody, but what advice would you give people that are, you know, kind of going through things, you know?
I would say don't give up. Don't let the enemy win. And depression is hard and it is a battle, but you're not by yourself. And when I really say give it to God, it may seem cliche, and a lot of people, that's the last thing you want to hear when you want to kill yourself. But really, give it to God and just talk to Him and pray to Him, because you will feel the comfort, you will feel the lift off of your shoulders. And just if you need somebody to talk to, I'm here for you to talk to. And like I said, I was depressed for 11 years. And so please just come to me and talk to me about it. And don't hesitate to inbox any of the Words Way Fellowship. And just don't hesitate to talk to, if you feel like you need a counselor, even go talk to a counselor. Like it's not worth your life. You are here for a purpose. If you don't know what that purpose is, God will tell you your purpose. Keep praying on it, fast on it, seek Him. Seek Him. And it's gonna come. It's gonna come. He's gonna tell you, and you're gonna move so amazing in that purpose. It's gonna be better than anything you thought you could have did without Him.
Well, that pretty much covers it all. Thank you. You know, it's always, you know, amazing to hear, especially when you kind of witness all these things and seeing the transformation and putting God in the middle. So it's definitely a lovely sight. So I hope that this helped as many people as possible. And you know, you guys feel comfortable enough to come to her. You know, whatever, you know, women or, you know, you men decide to go to her about this person, you don't have to worry about, you know, me getting involved. You know, it's, you know, because at the end of the day, we're here to help each other, you know. So thank you.
So thank y'all for watching, and we're praying that my testimony could help somebody, or change something in somebody's life, or even bring somebody to Christ. So just thank y'all for listening, and we love y'all.